So one of the cool things about the Chameleon pinball engine is you can think of this as the pinball construction kit. If you've never created a pinball machine before in your life, this kit makes it easy. It's off-the-shelf electronics where possible. There's one custom solenoid power driver board, and the software is configuration plug and play. So you can customize the machine to your whim, whatever you want to do. You can replace sound effects, graphics. We got a 32-inch LCD monitor for the back glass. Looks beautiful, looks like real back glass. People kept walking by all weekend, not even realizing this is a custom machine. We can do full animation on that back glass. You can do whatever you want, kind of like Pinball 2000. We got a D&D, we've got just a regular play field. The cool thing about this play field is there's only 3 cables that connect to this play field. 3 small cables. A power, another power, and a USB. All the electronics are already on the play field. You can unhook those 3 wires, pull that play field out, pop in another play field, about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, load up the software, and in the same cabinet, you can run any number of different games. So that's where we're headed with this project, is single cabinet, multiple play field solution. We can hit multiple targets. We can hit custom themes, doing artwork, sounds, graphics, tailored to any customer whatever they want. We can also help a startup company that wants to create their own pinballs start out of the gate creating, not designing, not engineering, not programming, but creating. And that's what sets this apart from any other solution out there.
So everything else, they have to do their own coding, develop the cabinet, everything.
Right. So here, just plug and play. All the features in Pinball will be programmed already in the software, and you're selecting them, enabling them, and configuring them with multi-ball. All right, so just turn on multi-ball, set what triggers you want to start multi-ball, and set how many balls you want in your multi-ball, and the game knows what to go and do from there. And the software is just in version 1. We're going to be enhancing it over the coming years, making it capable of doing more and more.
Okay, so you have what in here right now? Firepower.
Yeah, we got firepower, but it's in a modern cabinet, so it's tilted a little bit steeper. It makes the game a lot faster. This is not your classic fire, it's a modern firepower.
No.
We've replaced the sounds, we've added D&D animations. The cool thing about the animations, and I wish you could see them now, but they were all created this past week. In 1 week I created the sound effects, I created the animations, a little amateurish. If I had more time I could put more polish on it, but it's easy, quick, simple, plug and play.
So it took you how long?
About a week to do the graphics and animations.
How did it hold up at the show? It's been here 3 days.
3 days. It worked like a champ. We had a couple small hiccups. A couple times it lost track of a ball. But for the most part, it ran like a champ. I saw a lot of machines down here having trouble. But
right.
Yeah, this machine ran like a champ all weekend long.
Any errors or anything to report from play, no ball stuck or anything?
We had, it was losing track of a ball.
Okay.
It wouldn't continue because it thought the ball was just still on the play field and it wasn't. So that's a small bug, we'll troubleshoot. Being that, this software was reported to a new language 2 weeks ago.
New language, okay.
And it's running this error-free at this point in time. It's just minor little bugs over a course of 3 days. That's something we can fix. No problem.
When did this project start in the beginning?
It actually started about 5 years ago. My business partner, Troy, we do IT consulting, and we're sick of that. We wanted to do something different, something fun. What can we do?
You're sick of it, or are you indifferent? Sick of it's almost there, like, hey, I'm ready, but you're indifferent?
Yeah, indifferent maybe.
All right, that's better. Yeah.
He's a huge pinhead. I'd actually never touched a pinball machine really before in my life. I'd played once or twice. He said, can we actually build pinball machines? That'd be cool. Let's build pinball machines. I'm like, I don't know if we can do that, but I love a challenge. So I started the research, and the first thought was no. I went looking for a kit. How can I buy a kit that's going to help me build a pinball machine? Did not exist. So I had to do everything from scratch, and for years I actually thought it wasn't possible. I kept hitting roadblock after roadblock, but I overcame every last roadblock. And in the progress of making my own solution, I made it a solution for everybody, not just for myself.
So what are the boards in there? What's in there? Computer?
So it's actually, where possible, off-the-shelf stock electronics. I do have a PC in the back box.
Okay.
Low power PC, small dual core. It only needs maybe a gig or so of RAM, not much. Probably a $200 PC would be more than sufficient. You buy something used, you can go even lower. On the playfield itself, we've got a few electronics. We've got 3 LED whizzes.
Okay.
They control the lights. They also control the solenoids. We have 2 U-hits, one on the playfield and one on the cabinet that's handling all of the switches. We also have a custom design pinball power solenoid control. I'm sorry, that's not the right way to say it, but that's
Yeah.
driver.
Okay.
Probably could simplify that design a little bit, but it's working a charm. We designed it to work specifically with the LED Wizard. Ultimately, we're looking at different solutions that might be more affordable, more compact on the playfield. But all these electronics actually live on the playfield, along with a USB hub. And so that's why one cable connection to the playfield hooks up all the electronics.
So this project was from scratch, essentially?
From scratch. The cabinet came from Home Depot.
Okay.
Obviously, real trim parts for Williams, real coin door, buttons.
So the coin mix, it has coin mix and everything.
Yes, it even has a dollar slot if you want to upgrade it to dollars. Absolutely works. In fact, I've been running it on coins so that all my friends come over have to support the project.
Okay.
So I had to turn it on the free play for the first time ever just to come out to this event.
How much have you made on it on route? I mean, at your place?
Probably a few $100 in coins.
Because projects aren't free, are they?
No, they're not. So when I started this project, one of the stories that I read is that if you want to do a pinball machine, it's going to take 2 years,
Okay.
$100,000. And this was actually an old article, so ramp that up to
Relative,
relative.
either way.
So for my investment, dollar-wise, I'm in here for under $5,000, and that includes making a lot of mistakes. I've never owned a pinball. I've
Wow.
never even seen inside of a pinball machine. I didn't know how they work. So
So it's from your imagination as opposed to preconceived assumption, notion.
there's some other really cool things. I should open it up and let you see under the hood,
Please,
'cause that's where
please.
some of the secret sauce lives.
Yeah, this game, my note is that it stuck out in the show. We've seen all types of games here, from EM to current games. This game sticks out. You can see video in my walkthrough videos. You can see glimpses of the large display and the walkthrough videos on the YouTube channel. It really sticks out. It's wonderful, wonderful resolution. It looks natural. It doesn't look like they just threw it in. It really looks natural. It's not trying to piece it in. It really looked natural. Oh, more than natural. Looks supernatural to see that big of a display on a pinball machine.
We got very lucky on it because it got assembled inside of a room, and then we had to get it outside of the room. This is a 32-inch LCD, and it is flush fit to the cabinet, but the whole cabinet, the back box, comes to about 31 inches wide, and we barely cleared the door coming out of a 32-inch door. A 32-inch door was just wide enough to squeeze through there without damaging it.
Wow.
So it might be, for future iterations, wise to go with a slightly smaller screen, that a little more clearance. Worst case, you could have taken the back box off, but we prefer not to have to do something like that.
Right. How wide is this back box?
It's right at about 31 inches.
31 inches.
Maybe an eighth.
Wow. It doesn't look that big, but when you look in perspective, yeah, it's pretty serious.
Yeah, I believe a typical back box is just under 30 inches, maybe 29 and a half.
Yeah.
So I went old school on the rails. I didn't get
Any hooks? Any?
So here's all the electronics on the playfield. Playfield is nice and clean. One thing I want
Standard Williams coils. Standard.
We've got different parts. We got some Stern on the kickers.
Okay, Stern kickers.
A lot of Williams parts. Really, I could have gone with any product. I wasn't tied to any product.
Okay.
Just so long as it was voltage compatible. Got a 50-volt power supply.